Comienza el E3. Atención. Comienza la conferencia de EA, chicos. Atención al resumen de lo que nos van a enseñar el Madden, los Sims, el FIFA, Anthem, Battlefield, por supuesto. Battlefield, joder, no nos acordábamos de Battlefield, tío. Me estabais preguntando en comentarios. Battlefield lo tienen que enseñar, el Battlefield 5. ¿Qué me decíais? Aparte de FIFA, coño, aparte de FIFA, pues todo, tío. Sí sea, joder. Vale, chicos. Comenzamos. Conferencia de EA. Esos efectos especiales. Me pregunto si en la conferencia estarán viendo eso en 3D también. Es mi pregunta.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that? So that was Anthem. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show. And I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're ready. We're about to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor Noah gave you the first look. Yeah, we can clap it up. Last month, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys. Any World Cup fans? You guys excited?
¿Queréis que enseñemos FIFA 19? Oh, Dios mío, nadie se lo esperaba.
We've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course,
vale, van a enseñar Anthem.
Yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me?
Como esperábamos.
Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well, give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show. So without further ado, let's get things started.
Vale, venga, que comience ya. Vale, empezamos con Battlefield. Ojo, empezamos con Battlefield, chicos. Battlefield 5. Vale, chicos. Vamos allá. Vamos a ver la jugabilidad. Empiezan fuerte, ¿eh? Battlefield 5 para empezar, chicos. Empiezan muy fuerte.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting. There's been a lot of speculation and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community. And we've heard you want to see more gameplay innovations. You want to know how customization actually works. And you want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
It certainly is. You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantages. And our renowned destruction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing for you, as they rip through those buildings. And you will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks.
Dice que vas a poder customizar a tu soldado y tus armas.
That's just the tip
Se van a
of the
dejar
iceberg
que te lo customices, vaya.
You're going to see a lot more of new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, Lasse. Something not to miss tomorrow. So, our launch in October is just the beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass.
Vale, ahí está, chicos, la noticia que anunciaron hace un par de días o así, que Battlefield 5 no va a tener Season Pass ni contenido de pago. Va a ser todo gratuito, chicos. La grandísima noticia que todos esperaban, que anunciaron, como digo, hace un par de días, que ha sorprendido a todo el mundo. ¿Ha dicho Battle Royale? He entendido Royale. ¿Ha dicho Battle Royale?
Reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield with destruction, team play, vehicles into this new experience. So we will bring you experience that you haven't played before in Battlefield or anywhere else. But more about that later this year.
So with that, it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
Ahí está, chicos. Nos dejan con el tráiler. Vamos a verlo. Y ya os digo, ¿vale? Lo que se anunció hace un par de días o así, que Battlefield 5 no tendrá contenido de pago. Será completamente gratuito, ¿vale? O sea, pagas el juego, pero no tendrá Season Pass de pago, ni DLCs de pago. Todo gratuito. No tendrá cajas de botín, ¿vale? Loot crates, no tendrá, ¿vale? Todo gratis, chicos. Eso en 2018 es una grandísima noticia, conociendo a EA, ¿eh? Conociendo a EA con lo que hace con FIFA. Es una noticia muy grande, ¿eh? Que este juego no tenga contenido de pago. Evidentemente, de alguna manera tiene que competir con Call of Duty, y es de esa manera, dando un juego que sea todo su contenido gratuito. Está situado en la Segunda Guerra Mundial, ¿vale? Ya sabía. Vale, nada especial el tráiler, en realidad. Tampoco nos motivemos. ¡Ojo! Vale, este creo que es el tráiler del modo... Vale, este es el tráiler de la campaña. No Days War Story. Vale. Ojo, que pasamos directamente con el tráiler de FIFA. Vale, ahí está, chicos. Pasamos al tráiler de FIFA. Hasta el final vamos real. ¿Cómo se ve, tío? Chicos, tráiler de FIFA 19. Vamos a ver qué ofrece nuevo. Es Cristiano Ronaldo quien está hablando, ¿eh?
Tú eres un campeón.
Como veis, chicos, cuenta con o sea, como noticia bomba, cuenta con los derechos de autor de la Champions, chicos. Lo único con lo que competía el Pro con el FIFA era la Champions. FIFA se ha hecho con los derechos de la Champions, chicos. Está con el balón de la Champions. O sea, todo lo que está mostrando es la escena de la Champions. ¡Buah! El chileno de Cristiano. Y ahí está, chicos, la noticia que todos esperamos, que es que FIFA tiene los derechos de la Champions para FIFA 19. Como ya sabéis, FIFA no tenía la Champions, era lo único que le faltaba. para ser el juego más completo y perfecto de fútbol. Era lo único que le quitaba Pro, ¿vale? Y finalmente lo tiene. Ahí está, chicos. FIFA por fin tiene los derechos de la Champions. Grandísima noticia para los que somos seguidores de FIFA como yo. Que yo no soy de Pro, yo soy de FIFA de siempre. Yo solo me compro FIFA. Y esto sin duda es la mejor noticia, que nos metan la Champions, tío. Es como, ¡gracias!
The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer. And I really love the trailer because it captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game. It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where champions rise.
Vale, ya vemos que los jugadores portada van a ser Cristiano y Neymar, ¿vale?
That it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode. Your club will chase this trophy in career mode. Alex Hunter will pursue Champions League glory in your story mode, The Journey, and in FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that, along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
And all of that's just the beginning. As you know, the heart and soul of FIFA is gameplay. And this year, we're giving you the tools to control the pitch in every moment, from your tactical approach to the match to each technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year. So we look forward to everybody experiencing the game on the hands-on sessions this week. And also, of course, we're extremely excited for everybody to play it when we launch on September 28th. And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal. Growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one. The pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy. The World Cup.
El Mundial, chicos.
And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
Ahora está hablando simplemente de lo de que han metido el Mundial en el FIFA 18, ¿vale? Esto, pero ya lo sabíamos.
And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18
sí, vamos a meter el Mundial en FIFA 18. Porque normalmente lo que hacen es que crean un juego aparte, ¿vale? O sea, cada 4 años hacen eso, cogen y sacan el FIFA World Cup. No lo compra nadie, entonces han dicho este año, vale, vamos a meterlo como actualización gratuita, ¿vale? Y han metido como actualización gratuita en FIFA 18 el Mundial, ¿vale? Así que si queréis es buen momento para compraros el FIFA 18 porque está bastante barato. Y os incluyen el Mundial en una actualización gratuita.
Who would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
Ahí está. Islandia, tío, brutal. Todo bien hecho,
Apologies to any England fans in the room.
Pues eso, esto ya lo sabíamos realmente, simplemente pues lo anuncian, ¿no? Porque tienen que meter más minutos en la conferencia. Y dicen, que hemos metido esto, pues no sé,
loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration. So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One and on PC through Origin Access. Yeah, you can download and play the entire game right now for free. Yeah. So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
And this summer will bring so much more for FIFA fans. plenty of FIFA 18 content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you, and ¡auf la vista!
Pues ahí está. Lo dicho, que han metido la actualización del Mundial en FIFA 18 completamente gratis. Si os interesa, el FIFA 18 ahora mismo está por unos 20 euros, algo así. Por lo cual, si queréis, hasta que salga el FIFA 19, es una muy buena oferta, la verdad, por 20 euros tenéis el Mundial. Ahora que empieza el Mundial y tal, lo podéis jugar gratis, ¿vale? Como habéis visto, juégalo gratis. Así que está bien, ya no sacan un juego extra que nadie se compraba.
EA Sports,
y lo han metido como
FIFA 19. You know,
vale, chicos,
the FIFA community never rests. 20 million people from 60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime. So this week we've got a tech demo
creo que van a hacer su propia plataforma de
streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves.
Pero de EA.
Now it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future. The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games.
Vale, básicamente está diciendo que van a crear o han creado su propia plataforma.
So three things you need to know about it.
Por suscripción.
Origin Access Premier will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL.
En el que van a tener todos los juegos de EA, no sé si he dicho que películas también, pero bueno, que vas a poder
Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come.
El Netflix
Second,
de
you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers.
Sí.
And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Vale, pues eso. Origin Access Premium, chicos. Una plataforma que van a hacer para que podáis jugar a todos vuestros juegos de EA, para que... ver pelis, creo que ha dicho también. Como veis, una membresía, o sea, una suscripción, suscribís. Supongo que será mensual, ¿vale? Y podéis jugar a todo, ¿vale? Pues eso, el Netflix de EA. Veremos a ver el precio. Puede estar muy bien si sois de FIFA y todo eso. Puede estar muy bien. Porque pone que os incluyen todos hasta los últimos juegos. El Battlefield 5, el FIFA, el Sims. Así que... el Anthem también lo incluirán. Con lo cual, según el precio, Origin Access Premier, chicos. Interesante, ¿eh? Ahora todo el mundo ya sabéis que se están sumando a esta moda de crear plataformas de suscripción. En lugar de pagar 60 euros por un juego, pues pagas a lo mejor 6 euros por un mes. 6 euros al mes y juegas a todo. A mí me gustan estas ideas, ¿eh? Lo que pasa es que al final, claro, si todo el mundo lo hace, te tienes que suscribir a un montón de sitios todos los meses.
I mean, someone's super excited about that meta on PC, right? Yeah!
Pero esa es la idea, ¿vale, chicos?
So, you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be, and we're going to talk about it right now.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
So the Star Wars name is Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah, so it kind of gives you some idea that you'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
Están hablando del Battlefront 2.
So Vince, you got anything else?
Well, it takes place during the dark times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so it's going to be spectacular.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Between 3 and 4.
Okay, all right, between 3 and 4. That sounds like a nice time. You got any other tidbits? No?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna just be all dark and serious?
It's amazing.
All right, so I think people are now anxiously want to know, like, when can we play the game?
It will be holiday of next year, 2019, not this year.
Sorry to dash any hope.
Vamos a ver algo este año de Respawn.
Now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up, and hopefully we'll hear more from you maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, Vince, it was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Vale, contenido de Star Wars, chicos, Battlefront 2. Algo nuevo van a meter, nuevo DLC, vamos a ver qué es. Nos interesa.
Hello there. My name is Dennis. I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit. So we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right. So instead of coming out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted. So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And
van a meter una parte de la historia,
it turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie
van a meter contenido de la película nueva de Han Solo.
Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends. We're also adding a new starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit more, we will also be delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all. We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars. It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce The most powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Y Obi-Wan Kenobi, ojo.
Finally making his debut in Battlefront after all these years. So, but we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku.
Ahí está.
As well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
Vale.
The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront. We had a rough start, but I really think that this game has a bright future. Thank you very much for playing the game, providing us with your feedback, talking to us. Together, we will make this the greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be no Battlefront without you. So thank you, may the Force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3.
La fuerza te acompañe, pero... Pues chicos, mucho contenido nuevo para Battlefront 2. Habrá que pensar si pillárselo o qué. Ojo. Y como digo, Battlefront 2 creo que todo su contenido dijeron que iba a ser gratuito, ¿vale? Así que todo eso creo que gratis. Creo. Vale, Unravel. Puede que vayan a sacar Unravel. Yo no he jugado el 1, por cierto, ¿vale? Este es el juego de Unravel que salió hace unos años, pero no lo he jugado nunca, la verdad. Vamos a ver qué tal pinta, ¿Cómo salvar un juego en menos de 15 minutos? Joder, le han metido un montón de cosas, a Battlefront 2. Las cosas como son, un montón. Lo de las cartas no me ha quedado muy claro. Creo que medio me lo he inventado, pero el resto, bueno, pues es el contenido de Han Solo, un nuevo evento de las guerras clon, no sé qué evento será, pero un nuevo evento de las guerras clon con Grievous, tal, el Conde Dooku, Anakin, Obi-Wan.
In Unravel, we used yarn.
Y para los que os mola Unravel, los que jugáis al 1, pues parece que van a sacar el 2.
In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled. And it leads you off on an adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2.
Unravel 2. Ahí está, que vais a tener para los que os molas y tal. Pues sí que esto se va a pillar ahora. Todo el mundo lo criticaba bastante bien este juego.
It's a game
nunca lo llegué a jugar, pero ya os digo, está bien criticado. Y sé que vais a tener un nuevo personaje.
These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with two characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend. But there's always two characters there, sharing one yarn and working together.
Vale, pues como estáis viendo, no sé si significa que va a ser cooperativo o que en el modo de un jugador vais a poder llevar a los dos personajes. En plan, como que se van a poder llevar a los dos personajes como en el juego de Brothers, a Tale of Two Sons. Tiene pinta que va a ser algo así, ¿verdad? Con el juego de Brothers, que tú mismo puedes llevar a los dos. O puedes jugar en cooperativo, supongo, si pone a dos personajes. Vale, aquí lo va a enseñar.
And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself.
Parece ser que él solo va a poder llevar a los dos. Se ve súper bonito, por cierto.
There we are.
Vale, ahí está. Vale, pues sí, parece que se puede llevar a... O sea, puedes jugar... ¡Ojo! Los ha fusionado, Hostia. Que se ve súper bonito, tío. Súper bonito. Le voy a echar un ojo al 1 a ver a cuánto estará ahora para pillarlo, porque se ve súper chulo, tío. Además estoy viendo que tiene unas mecánicas bastante guapas, Tiene unas mecánicas muy guapas, como cómo se mueve el personaje y tal.
And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're
puedes
problem
elegir
solving,
qué personaje
you can
mover en
split
cada
apart
momento. O
into
sea,
two and
realmente.
switch back and forth between the two characters.
O sea, en el 1 solamente se juega con el personaje rojo, en este han añadido azul y han hecho el juego algo completamente diferente, que es jugar con los dos personajes tú solo. Como en el Brothers, básicamente, o sea, es como el Brothers. Es como el Brothers, es lo mismo.
So I guess I'll jump in at this.
Yeah, come join me. So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
Cuando quieras, ahí está, y se pueden jugar dos juntos a la vez, como veis. Por ejemplo, puedes jugar solo o acompañado, igual que el Brother. Pues este juego tiene muy buena pinta, chicos, ¿eh? Este juego tiene muy buena pinta. Igual os lo traigo al canal, fíjate lo que te digo. Fíjate, tiene muy buena pinta, sinceramente. No sé si aquí sí se quedarán sin hilo o algo así. Están esquivando al pavo. Se intenta comer. Tiene que ir esquivando al pavo todo el rato. Ahora mismo están jugando todos juntos, ¿vale? Ahí está. Esos sean los puntos de guardado, supongo. Esas luces.
Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can do it. Got it?
Pero me gustaría que pusieran un poco más a ver cómo se juega solo. Están jugando en directo ahora mismo, por cierto, ¿vale? El chico con el mando, no sé si escucháis el mando. Está jugando en directo. Se lo están pasando, cabrón. Este se ve muy bonito, tío. Se ve muy bonito el juego este. Pues chicos, después de ver esto, es que todavía no había visto ningún gameplay del Unravel 1. Después de ver esto, creo que le voy a echar un ojo al Unravel 1 y... me estoy pensando muy seriamente, después de ver esto, el traeroslo al canal. En serio os lo digo, Lo que no entiendo es la necesidad que tiene de subirse ahí para... Ah, vale, para luego subir arriba, vale. Para luego subir al siguiente tronco. Me estoy pensando muy seriamente comprar este juego y traeroslo al canal. En serio, ¿Quieres jugarlo conmigo? Pues hombre, este es cooperativo. No sería mala idea, Jota. Tiene muy buena pinta este juego, tío. Es muy bonito, sobre todo, ya os digo. Me ha gustado, me ha gustado Unravel, chicos. Lo conocía, pero no lo había jugado, no había visto nunca el 1. Y me ha dejado muy buena sensación al ver la jugabilidad, la verdad. He visto esa jugabilidad y me ha gustado mucho. Muy bien, sí. Me ha gustado mucho la jugabilidad, porque de este tipo de juegos lo que me gusta es lo que me gusta es la jugabilidad. Y sinceramente me ha sorprendido. No sabía que tenía esa movilidad el personaje, la verdad. Y nos van a dejar con el tráiler de Unravel 2. Le echaré un vistazo a Unravel 1, chicos, y a lo mejor os lo traigo al canal, ¿vale? ¿Vale? Os lo prometo. Le echaré un vistazo. Me ha gustado mucho, la verdad. Es que mirad la movilidad. Me encanta, tío. Tiene una movilidad súper chula. Pueden ir juntos, o sea, puedes jugar tú solo si quieres perfectamente, o puedes jugar con alguien. ¡Hala, qué guapo, tío! Le ha hecho un puente, ha saltado el compañero. Mira, qué movilidad más guapa, tío. Es lo que os digo, no sé si el hilo se gastará o será infinito o algo así. Estoy seguro que al final uno de los bombos muere o algo así. En plan, pa' joder. Buah, qué bonito, tío. Qué bonito. Seguramente me lo pillé, os lo digo en serio. Os lo digo en serio, seguramente me lo pille. Tiene muy buena pinta este juego.
And I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep, you heard that right. You'll be able to take these two yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out. So thank you, Martin, and thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and A Way Out. And I think we all kind of remember that. And you might even remember him from the Game Awards as well. I think I did. Anyhow, in March, that game caught fire. It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Creo que está hablando de, básicamente, de los EA Originals, que son los juegos que hace EA, ¿vale? Tal de los minis, por así decirlo, ¿vale? Los indies de EA, entre comillas. Y va a presentar este nuevo, que es el, por así decirlo, los que no son tochos de EA, que no tienen grandes presupuestos, como puede ser Unravel, puede ser A Way Out, y ahora Sea of Solitude. Van a enseñar este que es nuevo, ¿vale? Este es nuevo. Pues eso, como un indie que original de EA, Sea of Solitude. Sea of Solitude.
We are Yomai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it. The whole journey from the very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing.
Sí, sí, eso. Es como que eso, están dando la oportunidad a pequeños estudios
When humans get too lonely,
para que hagan sus indies. O sea, tienen sus propios indies, digamos, que no son indies porque los lleva EA, pero
is at the core of everything.
Así que vamos a ver este.
See, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely.
¿Cuánto dura? No lo sé.
In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life.
No estoy muy seguro, pero creo que la mayoría de conferencias duran una hora.
You process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art.
Casi todas.
I'm still amazed how like the concept seems to just float out of me like right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways so that players who want to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Vale, lo van a enseñar ahora, chicos, y vamos a ver. Parece que tratará de la aventura de una persona en barco todo el juego. Esto parece que va de eso. Que tiene un lado oscuro o algo. ¡Ojo! No, no va en barco solo. Gráficamente está bastante chulo el diseño. Está bastante OP. Lo que no sé hasta qué nivel de movilidad tendrá el juego, o sea, qué nivel de libertad tendrá, porque por lo que estamos viendo no sé si será excesivamente lineal, que puede ser. Aquí vemos que va por el agua, por anda y tal, pero puede que sea ultra lineal, o sea, realmente no han dejado tampoco ver mucho, o sea, han dejado ver el diseño solamente. Y ahí está, chicos. Han dejado ver el diseño y el diseño gráfico está muy guapo, la verdad. Me ha gustado, bastante bonito. Pero tampoco voy a decir nada. O sea, realmente a lo mejor luego resulta ser ultra lineal. Y bueno, ultra lineal no, el mismo juego suele ser ultra lineal. No me refería a la libertad que te dejan de movimiento. Pero bueno, chicos, ahí está. Están enseñando el nuevo NBA Live. Que ya os he dicho que era una posibilidad que tenían un nuevo NBA Live. O sea que han vuelto a los NBA Lives y ahí está. NBA Live 2019. Con canchas callejeras también y todo. Empieza desde abajo y acaba en la NBA. Battle Royale. NBA Battle Royale. Ahí está, NBA Live para los que mueven los juegos de baloncesto. Supongo que la mayoría seréis de NBA 2K, pero bueno. Ahora el nuevo Madden. Este, para el que le interese, yo sinceramente no soy muy seguidor, por no decir nada, del fútbol americano y tal, ¿vale? O sea, no lo sigo para nada. Ni el fútbol americano ni el rugby, ¿vale? Ninguno de los dos. Pero bueno, para los que os mole, aquí está el nuevo Madden, chicos.
That was a phenomenal read, and Trini's got the lead, 40 to 19.
Me hubiera gustado ver algo más del Señor Solitio. En serio, me hubiera gustado ver algo más. ¡Madre mía, es impresionante! ¡Menudo pase le ha hecho! ¡Lo ha dejado solo! ¡Increíble touchdown! La mete en la línea de 3 cuartos. 5 yardas. Madre mía, lanzamiento brutal. Madden campeón NFL 18. Ahora 19. ¿Cómo se lo gastan los gangsters? ¿Cómo? Este supongo que será básicamente el campeón del mundo del mundial que hayan hecho de Madden 2018.
Hi everybody,
I'm con subtítulos en plan.
From the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdowns.
Supongo que será el campeón del mundo y lo han traído para presentar el 19.
I like that a lot.
Grandísimo orgullo.
As you guys know, this is young kid, Madden 18. Madden
Ahí está, ganó el mundial de Madden 2018. El que es un cinturón. Oye, súper guapo, Súper guapo,
Young
Sin
kid.
duda, el mundial de Madden ahí. Oh,
How has
Dios,
it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at
Estados Unidos
today.
debe ser la hostia, Porque aquí en España no sé si
always
nada,
been a
pero
competitor.
Estados Unidos
When I was
debe
in
ser
high
brutal.
school, I was playing
Y básicamente
baseball,
van a hablar ahora del Madden.
then I
Así que
picked up
chicos,
Madden,
esta parte
and at
realmente
first I was really bad. I
supongo
was
que los
getting
que estamos
blown
aquí
out
nos da un
online,
poquito
but I
igual
kept at
porque
it,
aquí en
put
España
more and
no
more
tiene
time
nada de
into it.
seguimiento. En
Eventually I made
Latinoamérica
my
no lo
first
sé,
tournament, but I had a big decision.
pero
It
creo
was
que
the
no
same
mucho
time as my
tampoco, así
graduation.
que somos más de fútbol europeo.
So the key to be
Así que
the number one player in
igualmente, para
Madden
que
is
os
to
pueda
hurt your
interesar,
arm in baseball.
os dejo con esta parte, ¿vale?
That's number one. Number two, you said you had the
Me
decision
encantan los
to
pantalones
go to
de
your
este tipo, por
graduation
cierto.
or go to the tournament. So, like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money. That's awesome. Okay, now the past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
que le ha dicho algo, como tengo los pantalones rotos porque no tengo dinero. ¿No ves que esto en la foto del fondo? I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's how I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing.
Y ya os digo, estarán aprovechando para hablar las cosas nuevas que pueden implementar Madden.
Well, today,
chistes varios, típicos americanos.
First look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's going to be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk to you guys forever, but I'm not going to bore you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take this belt, you know, round 2. So, we're out. Have a good day.
Venga, me llevo el corazón a las 7. Y os dejamos con
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. You battle the pain and failure.
Eso en mi barrio acaba en pelea que flipas.
Where you've been told legends are born.
Ahora EA solo utiliza motor Frostbite.
You fall so you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see that it was really never about reaching the end of the road at all.
Es un trailer, evidentemente, luego en el gameplay.
But about all the moments that got you here.
Impresionante jugada táctica, la garra del campo. Atención que se lo lleva por delante. Atención consigue esquivarlo. Atención. Recorte. Se hace la carrera. Madre mía, qué placaje le han hecho a Barges. Increíble. ¡Oh! Y en serio no la tumba. A la mierda. Ojo, 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 ojo. La garra. En Madden 19-9. Ya digo, no soy muy
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster.
Bueno, vamos con lo
here
siguiente,
alongside
chicos.
Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
I'm super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live, winner-take-all, head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you can please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Ya que realmente los juegos de móviles es una realidad que actualmente las compañías ganan mucha pasta con los juegos de móviles, ¿vale? Así que está hablando de uno de los juegos de móviles que no sé cuál es.
His opponent fighting for the red side of the room, a competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night. Now, Mike, it's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles and the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
It really is. I can't wait.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to kick
match. Here we go.
This off. As the players' bases have been deployed and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have
una especie de Clash Royale.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick and Knight being able to reach it a little bit first.
Competitivo de 1 versus 1.
That In Control is going from the top side. Also very important as
sí, es un nuevo juego, no es uno que ya estuviera, porque pone que está en pre-alfa. Es un nuevo juego de EA para móviles. Que es estilo Clash Royale, pero en plan guerra moderna.
Strategy game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge impact. Your micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
Nick and Knight with some attack bites on the top.
There
he is.
And In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. You can see that the missile is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those control zones.
Right, and in control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
He's done a great job pulling that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes. And as that economy ramps up, of course, we're seeing bigger, more powerful units come out. We have
tiene muy buena pinta, la verdad. Parece bastante simple, no sé si está en pre-alpha, no sé si tendrán más mapas o cosas, si cambiarán los mapas según la partida o si será como Clash Royale que todas las partidas es el mismo mapa. Pero parece bastante entretenido, la verdad.
He will have the missiles. We see it starts to point towards In Control's base.
Yo como jugador de móviles que soy, de vez en cuando no aférrimo, pero sí que juego de vez en cuando, es un jugador casual. Lo veo bastante interesante este juego, la verdad. Eso sí, creo que es como bastante igualado, ¿no? Por así decirlo, o sea, como que ninguno va a conseguir ventaja en ningún momento. O sea, parece ser que todo el rato es para darte bruces y ya está. Vale, ojo, acaban de lanzar el cohete ese. ¡Pam! ¡Hasta luego! Vale, o sea, hay que dominar eso para lanzar el misil y con eso le quitan media vida a la torre enemiga y luego a seguir avanzando hasta conseguir atacar la torre. Y está saliendo un nuevo misil. Parece bastante interesante. Y hay que tomar ese misil para lanzar el misil o bien atacar directamente a la torre por el centro, por la parte de arriba. Pinta bastante bien.
Nick Knight is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control, blocking and just ripping through again those infantry.
And we see In Control now moving his tank towards this.
Another drill pod we're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the infantry. Help to clean that out. Meanwhile, 2 more tanks coming out from Nick Knight to secure those positions. He brings up the laser infantry on the south side as well to deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response. It's so important to strategy.
Absolutely. Nick Knight cruising around, thinking about harassing those harvesters.
Una partida de vez en cuando.
For those rhinos. It looks like he's really
si no peta mucho el móvil y tal, que lo pueda jugar todo el mundo.
Firing with 3 zones In Control for Nick Knight, looking to set things back the other way. In Control trying to rally his forces around. He doesn't want to engage with just 1 or 2 units. He wants to move all of them together, create a good flank position and take over that south.
El que tienes que destruir la torre enemiga y... Lo que pasa es que ya os digo, me gustaría ver el tema de si con la torre puedes, o sea, si con tus tropas puedes atacar la torre enemiga o solamente se puede con el misil. Es lo que me gustaría saber, porque no veo al resto. ¡Ah, mirad esto! O sea, tiene máquinas recolectando aquí arriba, recolectando gemas de estas, parece. Y con las gemas consigues sacar tropas, pero el de abajo no está recolectando gemas. ¿Cómo saca tropas? ¿Cómo está sacando tropas este, tío?
In Control just needs to hold.
This missile is nearly going to fire.
It can be stolen at any point.
Where is it going to go? Is he going to be able to get it off?
He's got it, Max.
There it is.
He's going to take it. Defeating Nick Knight.
Vale, creo que es como que el que tira esto, el misil va destruyendo, solo se puede destruir con el misil. Y lo de arriba, lo de controlar la zona de arriba es para controlar las cosechadoras que te van dando gemas. Por eso es muy importante tener la parte de arriba. Tienes que controlar el equilibrio entre la parte de arriba y la de abajo para que no te quede el misil. Claro, para tirarlo tú.
Let's hear it for Nathanius. Nick Knight
claro, porque sin gemas necesitas esa parte para sacar tropas.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command and Conquer Rivals. Rivals reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile. We're giving players complete, continuous control of their armies in quick, competitive, head-to-head matches that are fueled by skill and strategy. Now, Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the free alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game, and we can't wait for you to play. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
Graficazos. Este es el tráiler del Command & Conquer, ¿vale? Simplemente el tráiler cinemático, todo guapo. Ahí está el misil. ¡Oh! ¡Oh! es que este tipo de trailers tiene muy buena pinta el juego. Si es gratis me lo descargaré, la verdad. Si es gratis me lo descargaré para probar a ver qué tal está. Porque no voy a pagar un juego que no sé si me va a gustar. Lo siento mucho. O sea, habiendo tantas opciones gratuitas. Juego de móviles me refiero, porque si para que no juego muchísimo, juego algo de vez en cuando. Como un pequeño caldo. Pues ahí está, chicos, Command & Conquer Rivals está en prealza, están trabajando en ello y si es gratis tiene muy buena pinta, para descargarlo para tener en móvil, para pasar los ratillos. Guapo. Tiene muy buena pinta, dejémoslo ahí, tiene muy buena pinta si es gratis.
Who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams and what I can say about us is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly. That no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday threat. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
Vale, chicos, nos dejan con Anthem. Para terminar la conferencia. A ver si vemos algo nuevo respecto al año pasado. Anthem, vídeo final, chicos, de la conferencia. Esto es lo último.
The anthem is all that remains.
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
Por cierto, dijeron que iba a tener clima cambiante a lo largo del juego, que lo mismo estaba jugando y empezaba una tormenta de la hostia o algo así. Me gustaría ver cuántas consolas se van a quemar con este juego, y cuántos ordenadores se van a quemar con este juego. Me gustaría a mí saberlo. Esto es un puto quemaconsolas, tío. Está muy guapo. Tiene muy buena pinta. Queremos saber qué jugabilidad tiene. A ver si si no la acaban con la jugabilidad. A ver, ya sabemos que EA haciendo trailers son los está muy bien, pero no sobre el último segundo. Pero hay que ver la jugabilidad y cómo de real es esto. Ahí está, Anthem, la nueva IA de EA, la nueva IP. ¿Por qué dices quemar? Pues porque esto tiene la pinta de que va a quemar una de consolas. Porque esto tiene pinta de tener unos requisitos que flipan. ¿No veis lo que es el juego, tío? O sea, ¿sabéis para mover esto? O sea, esto no lo mueve cualquier mierda, Y ahí está, chicos. Para terminar la conferencia con Anthem, la nueva IP de EA.
So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzart.
Vamos a hablar de Anthem y tal. Realmente, ya os digo, me quedo igualmente como estaba. Yo lo que quería era saber la jugabilidad. O sea, yo quería ver la jugabilidad. Lo que me han enseñado es un tráiler como el que vimos el año pasado, que nos enseñaron un poco de jugabilidad con el personaje volando, pero quiero jugabilidad real, tío. O sea, ponerme la jugabilidad, no un tráiler. A mí el tráiler está muy bien y tal, pero luego enseñame jugabilidad de lo que va a ser el juego, tío, no me jodas.
Yeah, that's right. So,
si no me enseñas la jugabilidad, no me vendes el juego, así te lo digo, sinceramente.
Games for BioWare fans, you know, we have the best fans, so it's been super satisfying to come back to it, and you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio, and that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game, and we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, a whole new world of story and character, but we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with stories sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now, you can build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story. So when you're out in the open world, the world is really dangerous and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather, or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing, we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base, like Fort Texas. And this is a single-player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my actions. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single-player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add stories for years to come.
O sea, se puede jugar en cooperativo, ¿vale? Con amigos,
when, from our community is they want to continue to play in our world.
Lo que no sé, supongo que tendrá multijugador, me extrañaría mucho que no tuviera multijugador.
And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So, Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Habrá que ver hasta qué punto, a lo mejor realmente sí tiene límites. Supuestamente dijeron el año pasado que iba a ser prácticamente no iba a tener límites, que podías completarte para donde quisieras, pero...
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start, and then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff, and what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing, whether storms, seasons, and yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world sound really cool, the way that they sound like they're going to come together. But even though there's obviously a lot going on, it really all comes back to your character. So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting crazy beasts.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world, because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, they've discovered a way, they think, to weaponize the Anthem of Creation, and so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally, the Storm.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really what this allows us to do is we built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things, really designed for up-close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part.
La jugabilidad parece bastante,
the Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
Parece que va a ser bastante como Titanfall, ¿eh? No quiero decir nada, pero no sé si esto es un acierto por su parte, porque después de ver que Titanfall no les ha ido muy bien. Que para mí es un juegazo, ¿eh? Ojo, no confundir. Para mí es brutal el Titanfall, pero la gente pues no lo juega tanto, entonces después de ver un poquito el fracaso de Titanfall para lo que se esperaba que fuera, no sé yo si optar por la misma jugabilidad es un acierto. Creo que
so we really want players to express themselves, both through customizing the way their javelin plays, through gear and weapons, but also being able to personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well, and because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Adrian has a question connected to customization. Monetization, how, when, loot box, cosmetics.
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power.
Vale.
So that means
no va a haber contenido de pago,
no ability
chicos,
to spend money on gameplay advantage at all.
No va a haber contenido de pago.
But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like it's complete from the get-go. So that means a main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey. We talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So I think here we're going to see the Colossus, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above, and then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because the Snake Challenge wants to know, how will you balance multiplayer with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now, going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun, even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay? Yeah? You guys want that?
Vamos allá, chicos. Right, vamos a ver un gameplay de Anthem. Venga, lo que nos interesa.
So,
vamos a ver un gameplay, pero ya os digo, tiene bastante pinta de Titanfall, ¿eh?
The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon.
No os preocupéis, es Titanfall 3 que le hemos puesto a Anthem para vender
which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Venga, va. Pónnoslo. Ahí está. Vamos a ver un poquito de gameplay, chicos. Que a ver si nos muestra algo más que no sea solo la pelea que hemos visto del titán. Motor frostbite.
Freelancer, time to get to work.
Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid. They're using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
Ahí está. Parece que todo el juego va a ser en traje, ¿eh? O sea, todo el juego va a ser con el titán este. por la pinta que tiene, todo lo que han enseñado con esto. No sé si nos dejarán ir con la persona suelta, pero parece que todo va a ser gratuita. Y vale, chicos, vamos a ver qué nos ofrece. A ver hasta qué nivel de libertad. Se está llenando una barra, no sé si será...
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful. Como que el volar no durará un rato, quizás solamente parecía eso, la barra de calentamiento. Ahí está, comienza la pelea, chicos. Está bastante ok este tío,
Right. Checking out the scar camp some more.
La libertad sí que es verdad que, por lo que se está viendo, tiene bastante libertad. De mapa, te puedes mover por donde te dé la gana. Que parece, siempre dice que eso está bien. No sé hasta qué punto, como digo, pero parece que... Ni idea, o sea, no le ha hecho nada. No le ha hecho nada, todo eso que le ha quitado. Le ha disparado, ha dicho no puedo con él y me voy. Vale, son granadas, lapas, o sea, lapas, minas que hay por ahí por la zona, en plan trampas, que después de las esquivas. Ah, mira, vale, este es otro de los personajes que puedes llevar, no solamente al titán ese. Está jugando ahora mismo con sus amigos, ¿vale? O sea, esto es el cooperativo. No sé si será cooperativo o online, ¿vale? No lo sé. O sea, no sé si habrá multijugador o solamente es cooperativo, ¿vale? No lo sé. De momento creo que es cooperativo. Creo que es un jugador y cooperativo. Tiene pinta de que no hay multiplayer, ¿vale? Puede que a lo mejor hay algún modo de multiplayer, rollo Destiny, ¿no? Pero no lo sé.
Return them to the relic. You've got to silence it fast.
Este es un chustas, mete uno de vida. Oh. Es que es lo que os digo, este juego es como que bebe de muchos lados.
Wait, something's happening.
What the hell was that?
Está muy bien.
That was whatever laid all the eggs around here.
Lo que nos puede ofrecer en la historia, gráficamente, se ve de puta madre. El tamaño del mapa, la jugabilidad está decente, digámoslo así, pero parece como que tiene un poco de Destiny, un poco de Titanfall. Es un poco mezcla, ¿no? Parece como que bebe un poco de Destiny y de Titanfall. No sé. Hasta luego. No está mal, no está mal. Tiene buena pinta, la verdad. A mí Destiny me moló bastante. Y la jugabilidad de Titanfall a mí personalmente me gusta, pero no sé si es un acierto de cara al resto del público. A mí me gustó Titanfall, pero luego en la beta sí dices, no han vendido una mierda. Entonces no sé si quizá llega al público esa jugabilidad de Destiny, Titanfall, no sé yo si eso vende mucho.
On everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019. On Xbox One, PlayStation 4.
Ahí está, chicos, fecha de lanzamiento 22 de febrero de 2019, chicos. Ya tiene fecha de lanzamiento final. En febrero de 2019 lo tenemos, chicos. Ahí está, chicos. Nos han dado la fecha de lanzamiento de Titanfall 3, perdón, de Anthem. 22 de febrero de 2019. Tiene muy buena pinta el juego, la verdad. Muy buena pinta. Habrá que ver también la duración de la campaña y todo. A ver si merece la pena. A ver los requisitos y tal, pero que pide.
But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available
Vale, pues chicos, llega a su fin la conferencia. Parece que va a terminar por aquí. Está despidiendo. En plan, hemos visto esto.
Now, that's a lot of available
Aquí
stuff
termina la
that's
conferencia,
out today.
chicos.
Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it. So, I want to let you guys know to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
Pues ahí está, chicos. Van a hacer el resumen final de lo que se ha visto durante toda la conferencia. Y ya está. Hasta aquí la conferencia de EA. Como estáis viendo, la verdad que me hubiera gustado un poco más ver Sea of Solitude, a ver un poco la jugabilidad, porque gráficamente el diseño me ha gustado bastante. Ese diseño que tiene así de dibujo y tal, me ha molado mucho ese diseño, y me hubiera gustado ver un poquito de la jugabilidad, la verdad. Unravel 2 me ha gustado mucho, sinceramente, la jugabilidad que se ha visto. Como veis, se puede jugar solo o acompañado, con lo cual, Unravel 2 creo que lo vais a tener en el canal, ¿vale? Creo al 90-80%, porque me ha gustado bastante lo que he visto, la verdad.
Hi guys, my name is Chewboy. Welcome back to the stream. Now, I know the
Y el resto de cosas, bueno, la noticia de que Battlefield 5 tendrá todo gratuito, como ya sabíamos. Eso ya no es nuevo, pues ya lo sabíamos. Battlefront 2, que tendrá el contenido de un evento de ataque de los clones. Meterán la historia de Han Solo, la nueva película. Y Anthem, que hemos visto realmente lo mismo que el año pasado. Hemos visto un poco más. El año pasado realmente nos mostraron cómo volaba el personaje, no hicieron más. Hemos visto un poco cómo será el modo de pelea y tal, que va a ser pues una mezcla de Destiny y Titanfall. Pero ya os digo, dentro de lo que cabe, sobre todo me quedo con la noticia de Unravel 2, la verdad que tiene muy buena pinta. Me gustaría ver más de Sea of Solitude, y que tenemos fecha de lanzamiento de Anthem, chicos, para el 22 de febrero de 2019. Chicos, hasta aquí la conferencia de EA, como estáis viendo, termina por aquí. Muteo ya a estos y vamos a despedir por aquí, chicos, porque hasta aquí la conferencia, ¿vale? Ahora simplemente ellos van a seguir jugando de fondo y todo eso, así que, pero bueno, la conferencia ha terminado ya. Así que nada, chicos, espero que os haya gustado. Esta ha sido la conferencia de EA, de Electronic Arts, en este E3 2018. Espero de corazón que os haya gustado, y si os es así, pues apoyarla al máximo, ¿vale? Ya que si veo que tiene mucho apoyo, pues subiré el resto de conferencias, ¿vale? Así que, chicos, me quedo con Unravel 2. Me hubiera gustado ver la jugabilidad de Sea of Solitude, que su diseño me ha encantado, la verdad. Y tenemos fecha de Anthem. Así que, chicos, y contenido gratuito para Battlefront 2, que lo meterán, han dicho que en noviembre. Y bueno, el de Han Solo creo que lo van a meter ya, pero en noviembre creo que han dicho que meten lo de el ataque de los clones. Creo que ha dicho en noviembre. Así que hasta aquí la conferencia de EA. Chicos, espero que os haya gustado.